We thought this week we needed to have a special soccer guest, and they don't come any bigger than the pride of Chaminade, Brad Davis, who played in a World Cup. He walked on water in high school, too. All-Metro, All-State, and All-American. We got together with Brad right before Team USA's victorious performance. And joining us now is the pride of Chaminade, Brad Davis. So I talked to Coach Gouveia. He said one of the best left foots in the history of American soccer. Bill McDermott says the best left foot in the history of St. Louis soccer. I'm wondering, when did you know your left foot was different than everybody else's?
At a pretty young age. I was that kid. I had a dad who, when we couldn't stand, would just sit there and we'd hold onto the side of the couch and he'd roll balls to us, to our left foot. So it's kind of a funny joke that runs, but the right foot's just a kickstand for the left foot. But I knew at a very young age that there was something there, and I was fortunate enough to be able to be around people like Mike Gouveia, Tommy Howe, those types of guys that just continued to build and believe in me and build that technical foundation.
Let's go back to 2014. You're in Brazil, your first World Cup moment against Germany. How does the kid from St. Charles County feel inside?
Gives me chills right now. I've tried to answer this question in words, but it's one of those where it's so difficult to put into actual words. It's a feeling that needs to be experienced to truthfully be able to know exactly what it feels like. But to be able to step on the field as one of 11 players or one of 23 of a team representing your country at the highest level possible, and just taking that moment to reflect on all the things, all the support, the family, the friends, the coaches, and appreciate the opportunity that they gave to you, their time, their love and support that they gave to you to go out there and be able to be on that field and be in that moment. That was the pinnacle of my career, and I don't think there's going to be anything that ever gives me a feeling like that, unfortunately, again, in life.
What's your most valuable piece of sports memorabilia from that 2014 World Cup? What could I not buy from you? You would never sell.
We got a pair of, there was only 23 Jordans made, a certain type of Michael Jordan's Jordan shoes.
Yeah.
We all got one of 23.
Oh, wow.
So that would probably be something that nobody's going to be getting.
What is success for the United States in this World Cup? What do they have to do to say, okay, it was good?
Definitely, they need to make it out of their group especially with the way things are set up now with the group that they have, making out of their group. I believe that they can get to a quarterfinal, and from there, anything truthfully can happen. What we don't want to do is look past the first game. Obviously, the first game is the most important game. The next game is the most important game after that. I know that's cliche to say, but it's important not to look too far down the road. But I firmly believe that the U.S. gets out of their group, and I do believe that they can get to a quarterfinal. If they can get to a quarterfinal, it won't necessarily be historic. We've been there before, but I think it would be a massive, massive needle mover for the sport within the United States. I already know that once they get out of their group, the hysteria, the excitement, everything around the country is going to be great, and there's going to be tons of excitement. But with it being in the United States, they get to a quarterfinal and possibly do something better. It could really be something special here for soccer.
Am I reading this right, that the reason the United States has never been a world power in soccer is A, because in general our best athletes have not played soccer, and B, our academies, are a lot younger and they're not as sophisticated as academies all over the world?
I think it's the latter now. I think before we could maybe say a little bit about the athleticism, but you go look at this team now, I mean, they're unbelievable athletes, all of them. All of them are. So I think we're past that phase within U.S. soccer. But I do think if you look at other countries, their structures are completely unified and set up to go to the national team. Like you look at a Germany, their youth system and their league is set up to funnel, and they play like the German national team. Everything is funneled to be exactly like playing for the German national team. So when they get there, it's basically all the same. Our structure is so wide and variable, and there's so many different leagues, and players are here, there, and everywhere that we just don't have a system that aligns players all going through one funnel. And that's always going to be the hard part. Until we can get that unified, I feel like we're still going to be a step behind these other countries that are more unified from just their overall structure.
If you're laying a milkshake bet on the World Cup, which country would you bet on?
I'm going to stick with it. I've said this before, but I'm going to go with France. France. I think they're young, they're experienced, they've already won a World Cup. I think that's the team that I'm going with.
Final thought. Let's put a little historical perspective on the game of soccer. If you were starting a franchise and every soccer player was healthy and age 22, who would you start your franchise with in history?
Oh my gosh, what a question this is.
Can't hedge. Who do you take? Pele, Maradona, Messi?
Honestly, I think I'm taking Maradona, just because I loved his passion. I loved his charisma. He always had a smile. The other one that would be on my mind like that would be Ronaldinho.
Okay.
That actually probably would be the one that I would want to do it with. I mean, the guy's always laughing, smiling, loved the game, loved the ball, loved everything, travel, still loved by everybody in the world. So, and everybody knows him. Obviously, Maradona is as well. But their passion, their love, and their charisma when they took the field and off the field is undeniable.
Congrats on an incredible career.
Thank you very much.
That's Brad Davis. Sports Plus will continue right after this.